Hello everyone and welcome to Action RPG. I'm your host Aaron, and for today's video we're headed to the world of Last Epoch once again. The good old developers from 11th Hour Games have officially bestowed upon us the February multiplayer update. And I have to say, I am very excited about this news. It has been years that I have been waiting to get my hands on multiplayer for this game, and it appears we are down to the wire. Now, before I go through this, you probably already know what I'm gonna say. I'm hoping today is the day I have earned your subscription. We are so close to 16,000 subs, and I'm hoping today is the day you make the decision to push that little red button. I would really appreciate it. Helps push the channel forward in 2022. But of course, only if I deserve it. On top of that, I've officially started a Patreon. Thank you to the first 29 people that have signed up. We have a new goal coming out. We have our 4th podcast coming out. Check out the exclusive Patreon content at the first link in the description. Become an Action RPG VIP. All right, as always, I will share my thoughts. Please feel free to share yours in the comment section below. Here we go right now. I am on the official Last Epoch website. Multiplayer progress update February 2022. And on here, this is what's important. Okay, ready? This is where we were. Go back. 4 reds. This is where we're at now. Everything is green, with the exception of 3: chat, build release, and users. No more red columns. And just to give you some perspective, this communication was last month. So check out how much progress they have made into multiplayer. We are almost there. So let's go through each section, all right? Character crafting. We finished all of the preliminary work here, which means we have multiplayer crafting. Yes, that's probably something where you're thinking, oh, like they didn't have that before. No, they did not. Having crafting in our daily multiplayer testing has been a game changer for the multiplayer experience, and we're starting to get a really clear vision of how Last Epoch is going to be played online together with friends. Crafting is implemented. Moving over to deployment. While we've been working diligently on core multiplayer features, we've seen a natural increase to the complexity of the processes of creating and releasing Last Epoch builds. What does this mean? The automated system we use to build the game has become more complicated to maintain, as we now have 2 major clients, single player and multiplayer. As well as our game servers, we have the skills to pay the bills. It doesn't say that. We have the skills to address all of this ourselves, and this is a normal part of development. It's something that will take a fraction of our attention to address whenever given issues come up. See that? It's only going to take a fraction of their attention. See, that's no big deal. I feel like deployment, they're going to be good, but anybody out there, they are still hiring. That said, we're still hiring. Users and game access. We're still continuing to use the new account system internally, and we've determined that the current state will be shippable to our community testers when we get there. A full account migration of our now large player base will be something we perform a bit later, closer to when we release a public multiplayer beta. Now, if you didn't know this, the process is multiplayer is going to be shipped to the alpha testers. Once they go through the alpha testers, they're going to do a closed beta, or maybe like a regional beta for multiplayer. Then once it goes through alpha, once it goes through beta, we will get it for the global release. Chat. We actually have our new chat service fully complete and ready to integrate into Last Epoch. Nothing more to really go in there. It's not going to be implemented on 0.085, but we will get it after. But chat is ready to go. Isn't chat? And chat's one of the ones that's in progress. I think it's just because it hasn't been implemented yet. Maybe. Login, game servers, and matchmaking. Now we're ready for all of these. Now we're ready of all of this to be tested to a larger scale. and are continuing to work at ensuring we remove as many risks to our game's online stability as possible. This still remains one of the most important things we need to get right to give you all a high-quality multiplayer release, so we're going to always be making constant progress here. Also, a gentle reminder that for us, matchmaking is a more technical term that describes how you and your parties will request and receive servers, rather than some sort of party matchmaking system, which is not something we are developing at this time. Okay, no matchmaking, who cares? Listen to this. This is really all I care about. Goals for March. March is my favorite month of the year. Our main goals for March are still to ensure we are able to diagnose and debug core problems quickly and add the last remaining game content to the multiplayer version of Last Epoch. Once we have these closed out, we're going to have a pretty high confidence in releasing an alpha multiplayer version to our community testers and other players soon after that. Wow. Debug core problems quickly and add last remaining game content. Once that's good, this is going to alpha testers, and soon after that, more players. Wow. I feel like we've been waiting forever. Multiplayer monolith. Developing the multiplayer version of the Monolith of Fate is a far larger undertaking than adding the campaign, which is already fully complete. We're already fully designed and are executing our plan here, and this will be something I will share updates on in great detail in the next month. An exciting part of this plan is that we're also going to be optimizing a number of parts about our game loads and overall performance, so we're quite excited about that. So, campaign is done, and they are already working on the monolith, and when this rolls out, they're also going to be dropping optimization and overall performance improvements. Diagnosing, we don't have to read through this. They are setting up teams to ensure that they could diagnose and fix multiplayer bugs fast. And then we have remaining content. Outside of the monolith, we're adding the remaining game content we don't have yet online. We are now happy to say we have enough support to be able to make progress on most of this at once. We're also nearing the finish line. So in the main areas, we'll target updates to technical aspects of the channel and shapeshifting abilities, cleaning up some of the other elements of the endgame, such as the arena group experience, and starting to plan out what our leaderboard will look like on our new back end. There are a few other features that could be included here, but we're starting to close it all out. Final thoughts. When contemplating the question, when will multiplayer be released for testing? I've learned to ask myself another question. What are we looking for with the public test? The answer to that is pretty simple. We want the experience to be mostly focused on players being able to give us feedback about Last Epoch's online experience rather than technical bugs. Our last pushes before releasing multiplayer to the community testers will now be focused on that philosophy, which is another way of saying, okay, we know there's going to be bugs. We will address those bugs. Is it fun? Is it fun? What does your multiplayer experience feel like? That is what they want to know. And honestly, that's what's important. We know there's going to be bugs. We know there's going to be balancing problems. We know that the people that play the game every day are going to figure out ways to probably be overpowered. And that's the stuff that'll get all baked out through nerfs and buffs and updates. But what they want to know is it fun? And that is the perfect question to ask. So that's it, February 2022. I got a feeling by end of March, alpha testers will have this. I think we have multiplayer in our hands mid 2022. That's my guess. Based upon all the information, knowing the studio, knowing how quick that they progress, mid 2022, this is live. All right, everybody, that's the video. I want to know your opinion. Are you happy with this communication? Does this progress, only having 3 yellows and no reds, make you happy? Let me know in the comment section below. Like I said at the beginning of the video, I've officially started a Patreon. Thank you to the first 29 people that have signed up, and you can see their names at the end of this video. We have 6 different levels. This is the #1 way for me to go full time. First link in the description if you want to become an Action RPG VIP. If you haven't had a chance to join the official Action RPG Discord, please do so. We're approaching 1,500 members. Great conversations every day. The idea is to create a gaming community that could jump from game to game together, so you never start the server alone. Link for that Discord is also in the description. I hope you all enjoyed this multiplayer Last Epoch video. Hopefully you were entertained or at least learned something. Aaron, out.